What's up, guys? How you doing? We are live. I'm going to be talking about some football. I'm a little excited. I mean, we should be talking about baseball, but obviously there's no baseball to talk
Baseball.
about right now.
What baseball?
So we got to satisfy our sports needs. So we're going to be talking about a couple of news that hit today, or well, no, actually two of them hit yesterday and one of them today, in just a few minutes. I don't know why I said just a few minutes. I mean, obviously,
I don't know either, but I like that new intro.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, I had somebody that I know from through Juwan, digital creator, and he made that for me. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, look, we're gonna go into like I said, three topics, talk about it, and then that's pretty much it. We're gonna start with the first one, and of course, this being one of the news that broke yesterday, Aaron Rodgers is in fact staying in Green Bay for the tune of $200 million for 4 years, which I think they said 150 of that is guaranteed. If the contract talks and if what they said was actually factually. Listen to Jim. Indy is on fire. Sports talk is buzzing. Yep. Yeah, I know. Trust me, we're gonna get into that in a second. We are. But now, Mike, we spoke earlier when I called you and I said, hey, do you want to, let's go on at 3 or 2:30, whatever. And you said, I told you that Aaron Rodgers wasn't leaving.
I told you and Juwan this right at, I think, our very last episode.
And the only reason why we thought he was because of what happened last year, right? And because of Jordan Love. That was the only reason why I thought maybe he would go. I mean, it makes the most sense for him to stay, especially now in the NFC. Now you stay. After what, and obviously the background of Russell Wilson, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, right? But with Russell Wilson now in the AFC, who's better than Aaron Rodgers? Well, I mean, I didn't think Russell Wilson was better than Aaron Rodgers anyway, but with Brady retiring, Russell Wilson going to the AFC, Aaron Rodgers, it makes the most sense for him to stay.
Well, you'll get your typical asshole Cowboy fans saying that Dak is going to be. Dak is great.
No, Dak definitely deserves to be in that topic of conversation amongst NFC quarterbacks. Like I said, it's a minimum anyway at this point. Who do you got? Who do you got in the NFC right now? You got Matt Ryan, but he's on his way out. Matt Stafford, obviously, reigning Super Bowl champ. Like I said, Brady is gone. Who else do you have? Jalen Hurts? Like you have Kyler Murray. Who else is there? So, like I said, it just makes sense.
We forgot Daniel Jones.
Yeah, sure. Made of glass, Daniel ass. Yes. No, it just makes the most sense. And I also believe, if I'm not mistaken, it did, or either they're going to or they did franchise tag Devontae Adams. I'm pretty sure they did.
Well, they should. I mean, if they didn't yet.
Rodgers is fooling that whole organization. He will be red ass after he puts up big numbers and a loss in the first or second round of playoffs. I hope for his sake, especially since he just turned 38 in December. He's going to be 39 at the end of this year. His window of winning a championship is obviously diminishing year by year. And he's had some really good opportunities last year and the year before.
And think about his competition in his division, in the North Division. Who is he going to go up against?
Well, and that's the thing now. Now yeah, exactly. Well, not only division, the conference,
and whoever Chicago decides to make the starting quarterback next year.
Yeah, and it's the conference. Well, now there's another player in the NFC, and we'll talk about that right after this. But I don't know if it solidifies Green Bay going to the Super Bowl. Depending on what the Rams do, which kind of pieces they keep on the team, who leaves, who stays. But the AFC is so stacked that he may make it to the Super Bowl this year, but does he win? Does the NFC win the Super Bowl this year?
If the Rams, if the Rams keep Odell, you got Cooper Cup. Who's the guy that got injured that they got Odell for to come in?
Was it Woods?
Woods?
I'm pretty sure it was Woods.
He's going to come back healthy. The Rams are going to be a juggernaut next year.
Von Miller might be going back to Denver. I mean, he basically said, I'm going to wait and figure it out. Let the Rams figure it out. Let's see if we can figure something out because they treated me well. But if not, I'll weigh my options. And I know Denver is salivating for them to come.
Yeah, well, and now Denver we'll talk about that in a little bit, but now that they got that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, Denver's got some good stuff, but now with him on the team,
look, let's really quick. I'm really trying to fucking figure this shit out, man. It's annoying. Let's do it. Russell Wilson traded to Denver. Let me see if I can share this really quick. Share screen. I understand. I want to show. It's just a picture. No, can't.
All right, I'm gonna go back to StreamYard.
No, it's a picture. That's why. It's not a big deal because it's just an image that I'm sharing from my phone. It's the trade details. So we all know that the Broncos got Russell Wilson and they also got a 4th round draft pick, but Seattle got Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, which is an edge defender, Noah Fant, who's a tight end, a 1st round draft pick, a 1st round draft pick, a 2nd round draft pick, a 2nd round draft pick, and a 5th round draft pick. All of that for Russell Wilson. 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a 5th. And they gave away their 4th.
And he gave away your piece of shit quarterback. So I don't know how he's going to figure out Pete Carroll next year. So,
well, if Pete Carroll stays, there's been chirping. There's some rumors that Pete Carroll might not return.
We're good. He can take his son with him.
But look, that AFC West now. Let's talk about it really quick. You got Justin Herbert, you got Derek Carr, you got Patrick Mahomes, and now you got Russell Wilson.
Patrick's in trouble.
Talk about stiff competition.
He could even. They fell apart playing Joe Burrow. What's going to happen now with this?
You're playing them twice a season, right? But was that their ultimate flaw though in Denver? Obviously Teddy Bridgewater was their main guy, right? And then he went, what did he go down injury?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you had Drew Lock, and I think one other starter also came in. At
Rippon's nephew on the team,
something like that. I don't know, but I don't know if that's their main problem, And they got talent in the wide receiver department, right? And I'm pretty sure their O-line is pretty decent. I really don't know much about the team. Listener Jim probably knows more than I do. I know he's a Colts fan, but he's probably more in tune to the AFC than I am. But does this? First of all, look what the Broncos had to get rid of. Were they a Russell Wilson away from doing any damage in that division?
Not really. I don't think so.
Because we talked about we knew the Denver Broncos were shopping for a quarterback. Most of us thought it was going to be Aaron Rodgers, right? What? Except for you. We thought Aaron Rodgers. We thought a few other names might go there to Denver. I think Tom Brady was mentioned, not by either of us, but when Tom Brady was, before he retired, where could Tom go? Where could Tom go? I never really thought he was going to go to Denver.
Tom's going to go to Fox Sports and sit next to whoever's going to.
Yeah.
Because Aikman's going to ESPN. I think now Joe Buck might be going to ESPN.
There's a lot of shifting. There's a lot of shifting being done. A lot of TV deals too. I heard Apple's trying to get in the game of not only football and Sunday Ticket, but Apple's trying to get baseball as well. So there's a lot of things being done as far in that avenue. But look, this was a big trade, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, just depending on what not only the players that are involved in Russell Wilson, but just the amount of shit that fucking Broncos had to unload to get it. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that fucking AFC West now, man. Wild Wild West, indeed, literal Wild Wild West. I mean, you can have them. You can have what is it? 2 wild cards in the NFL. Each conference.
Wait.
2 and 2.
4.
Yeah, it should be 2. I think it's 2, right?
No, 3. You get 3 wild cards.
Okay.
4 division winners, and then the 3 wild cards.
You could have at least 2 coming from the AFC West. And the reason why I say at least 2 is you do have some other good teams in like in the Central, in the North, not the Central. I'm sorry, the North, the South, but I think the AFC East though too, with New England and now Buffalo. So you don't know what's going to happen in those divisions, but these teams, man, that AFC West, something to look after. And then of course, the last but not least just happened earlier today, actually. Carson Wentz is now a Washington Commander.
When the hell? Wait. Why the hell did he go to Washington?
Yep. So they traded him, not for a player. They traded him for. This is what the Colts did. Let's see. Washington. I know. What did they have to give? They had to give I know they gave a draft pick. Okay. So the Commanders are sending 2 third-round draft picks, right? And are also taking care of all of his salary. So that's what they're giving Indianapolis. So the Indianapolis doesn't have to pay the full $28 million that's due to Carson Wentz this year.
Not so much for Taylor Heineke being the starting quarterback next year.
So now, because of that, and that's what listener Jim was alluding to earlier, was about this, because that's what the talk is. Could Indy now be a possible suitor for Jimmy G? And then AFC West, someone is going to be on the outside looking in. I'm waiting to see them beat each other up. Yeah. I mean, they each played each other twice. So, but like, oh my God. So now what do the Colts do? And listen to Jim saying we will have a bunch of cap, but Ballard won't spend any money. Well, he should. I mean, they don't have to pay. Obviously, they don't have to pay for Carson Wentz now. Who you got? Who are you going to get now for quarterback? Trubisky? Trubisky's one of the bigger names on the free agent market right now in quarterbacks, other than Jimmy G.
I got a quarterback we could trade over there.
Hey, listen to Jim. You want Daniel Jones?
What, Daniel Jones is Saquon Barkley?
We just want all we want is what's his bro.
All we want in return is a popcorn and a hot dog vendor.
No. Come on. All seriousness. Dude, they're the running back.
Get the fuck out of here. You want Jonathan? That would be
Jonathan
like
Taylor. Yeah.
That would be like a Dave Gettleman trade. If Dave Gettleman,
come on, listen to Jim. No, listen to Jim likes us. He'll send us Jonathan Taylor for Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. No?
Well, go look. He's commenting.
No. That's his problem. He wants to bill for the draft. Okay. No Jones, please. No Jones zone. I'm sorry. Yeah. Don't worry about it. He's not coming. Listen to Jim says hell no. No, look, and it's something we're gonna look out for. I don't think anything happened yet as far as news goes. Let's see. But yeah, my brother texted me right when I was setting up the stream, Mike, about Carson Wentz. I was like, what? Yeah, no, nothing. But look, these were big deals. And look, we can also really quick, if you want to mention it, because I really don't know the whole story about it. But we knew it was going to happen, I think, at one point with because we talked about, the sports betting and stuff like that. But the Falcons losing Calvin Ridley for a year, man, for placing bets while he was on a mental health break. So he wasn't playing. And from the very little of the news report that I've read, from what I read, it didn't say that he bet against the team. He bet for the team. But obviously that doesn't make a difference because you're not allowed to bet at all. But I mean, it's everywhere though. The gambling and sports, it's everywhere. You know, it's on your phone. You're constantly getting fucking, DraftKings or what's the other one? Sport
FanDuel,
FanDuel.
Caesars, Jesus, like MGM, all the Vegas
Yeah.
casinos now have betting apps now.
Bro, MGM, what do you call it? Every now and then, like if I'm on a website and I'll click a link by accident, and my phone prompts me to the App Store to download MGM. Because, yeah.
And then you got Caesars with the Mannings now all on there.
Yeah. Wouldn't shock me if Winston don't end up here. Really? James Winston? I hope not. Not for now. You don't want James Winston.
Deshaun Watson.
He's got some trials coming up at one point this week. So see what happens there.
Well, Ridley getting suspended for the gambling. I know you don't follow horse racing, but there's a jockey now over at Parks over in Philadelphia who is facing a lifetime ban because they found out he was betting horse racing at the track he races at.
Was he throwing the? It doesn't matter.
Seriously, he was betting against himself.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They found out he was betting horses that were in the race.
That's a lifetime ban. That's a lifetime ban because you're purposely and you're specifically manipulating the system.
Exactly. Then you look at the fact. Well, if he's betting against his horse and his horse had a chance to win now, was he? Is he pulling back? And then that's one of the concerns about what I told you with these referees. I think they really should look at their finances and see if they're into these things because a lot of these games are decided by some really bad fucking calls.
Yeah, we've gotten some doozies
and questionable wins where you can look at say, well, they were 3-point underdog, and the line was this, and now all of a sudden they beat the team that was favorite.
Yeah,
I always say they should question the refs with sports betting.
I agree. Last comment, and then we're gonna wrap it up here. I wonder if Colts could sweet talk TB12 out of retirement. I don't know.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's an environment that he nothing against the Colts, obviously, but I don't know if that's an environment that he thought about going to.
I think Tom's going to end up in a broadcast booth.
Yeah. Because I only see him going back to Tampa if he does come back. If he does unretire, which I don't think he's going to. Tampa, maybe even Miami.
Unless he goes to the Niners. Unless he decides if Jimmy goes to Indy and Tom goes, all right, I'll be in California. I'll be close to the house and the wife and the kids.
Yeah,
that I can see. If not, he'll just go in a broadcast booth, and instead of just if he's in the broadcast booth, it'd be a better deal for him.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to worry about going to practice every traveling. Only travel day will be a Saturday into and then coming home Sunday night. I'm sure Giselle wouldn't mind that.
No, definitely not.
But I can't see unless I really mean it. Unless it's the Niners, that's the only thing I think that will make Tom Brady.
Imagine though. Can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine ending your career on a team that you rooted for? A team that had the icon that you looked up to growing up in Joe Montana. I can see it. I can understand it. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers too. Aaron Rodgers could have fit over there too. They're both from the same area.
Same. You're right. Aaron Rodgers grew up loving the 49ers, grew up, rooting for the 49ers. So I agree. All right, Mike. End the stream here. I do want to thank listener Jim for popping in and chatting with us. Mike, they're supposed to be coming out with a deal at some time today for the CBA. Obviously, this is MLB news. So if that does happen, I'm not saying today, but you and I will probably go on and talk about baseball and what this means for the season, at some point this week. So, keep your schedule open for that, buddy. All right. All right, guys, we're going
to, I got no life. I'm good.
We're going to hit the road, Jack. Jim said Ballard is weak and won't help Colts ever win a Super Bowl, which makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Who's Ballard? The GM or the owner?
I believe it's. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's not the owner. Ballard's got to be the GM. Yeah, Ballard has to be the GM. I thought the owner wants him to win. I don't know. I have no idea. GM. Yeah, listen, Jim said it's GM. Yeah, I knew it wasn't the owner.
Don't worry, the Colts are starting to slip into the Jets and Giants zone. Having the
No way. No way. No way. No. Colts have at least had some success.
True.
Fucking. I mean, they also had Peyton Manning for years, but as of recently.
I mean, we haven't touched anything in 10 years, but
right. No, but the Colts have good teams, and they have a promising they have a promising team, a strong defense. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, it's Irsay. I knew it. Irsay wants to win, but needs to clean house. All right. Well, sometimes it's good to have a reset, to be honest with you. It's what the Giants are going through right now. Hopefully that'll work out. I don't think it's going to happen within the next year or two, but hopefully within the next 3 years, the Giants could correct their flaws and go back in their.
Once you get rid of Sterling Shepard and Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones and get a real quarterback, it'll be okay.
Exactly. All right, guys.
Take about 4 years. So
we're going to end the stream here. Again, like I said, thank you for the comments. Listen to Jim. Keep that up. And also hit that like button if you can. We will be coming on soon to talk more sports when anything else breaks. So, guys, stay tuned for that and be on the lookout for that. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week.